Yo, it's me, it's the SCOTT. This is the first of two back-to-back reviews. My son and I watched a couple movies this past weekend that I kind of wanted to review for. So, this one is for Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, which is perhaps the greatest, the best Scooby-Doo movie ever made. And then after that, in the next video, I'll be reviewing this abomination. But for now, let's talk about this. This movie, Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island, came out in 1998. I remember seeing previews on Cartoon Network for it going to air in their Cartoon Network Theater, or whatever they called it. Cartoon Network's Cartoon Theater, I think it was called. And I just remember seeing this and be like, you know, this time, the monsters are real. And I was like, whoa. Because it hadn't really been done before. There was some in like the new Scooby-Doo mysteries and like a 13 Ghosts Scooby-Doo. But this, you know, it was boldly telling you. It was telling you right in your face, the monsters are real. So, story takes place some time after Mystery Inc. has separated. They all have their own jobs. Daphne is now a host of a television show called Coast to Coast with Daphne Blake. Fred is her producer. Shaggy and Scooby are in charge of contraband at the airport. Someone hired those idiots to be security guards. And it's not surprising when they eat all the edible contraband, save for 2 Gorgonzola cheese wheels, which leads to my favorite line of the film, at least this early part of the film, that comes from their boss. You're a couple of Gorgonzolas. You're fired. I love that. I didn't realize that was Jim Cummings, who also does the voice of Jacques later in the film. I'm happy to see y'all. And Velma runs a mystery bookstore. And it just so happens to be Daphne's birthday, so Fred gets the idea that on their next adventure, which is Haunts of Louisiana, he's going to get the gang back together. You know, the van they have is the Mystery Machine. They take it off. They're going to go to Louisiana. They're going to try to get some real, you know, spirits and stuff. This leads to the first song of the film. There's 2 songs that are really good in this film. There's The Ghost is Here and It's Always a Fake. It's fake, or whatever. That's a good one. And we have a montage of them going after ghosts and stuff and some giant lobster, but it's always someone in a mask, which is not what she wants. And Daphne's declaring she wants a real haunted place, which catches the ear of one Lena, who says that she and her boss, Miss Lenoir, live on Moonscar Island, and she says that it's haunted. And so they decide, okay, we're going to go there. And they do that. And this leads to the zombies, of course. We meet some more, you know. Lena is voiced by Tara Strong. At the time, Tara Chernoff. She got married shortly after that. And Miss Lenoir, Simone, not to be confused with the Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Squeakles, or Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwreck, Simone! Just Simone Lenoir, voiced by Adrienne Barbeau. We meet Snakebite Scruggs, voiced by Mark Hamill, of all people. And, I hate tourists, whatever. And then we have Jacques, voiced by Jim Cummings. And we meet Bo, voiced by Leonardo the Ninja Turtle himself, Cam Clark. Yes, and soon the zombies show up. One is Morgan Moonscar himself. There's some Confederate zombies led by Colonel Pettigrew. Jackson T. Pettigrew, I think his name is. And they find him in a mirror or whatever, but like his ghost comes behind the mirror. They start to investigate the spirits. And of course, Fred is all like, oh, mate, once he learns of Morgan Moonscar's treasure, he's like, oh, it's someone after the treasure. You know, it's not real. And then they find out that it is real. But there is a twist here, as they say in Are You Afraid of the Dark episode, Phantom Cab. Wait a minute, there's a twist here Because, as it turns out, the zombies were the good guys all along. And it turns out that Miss Lenoir, Lena, and Jacques are all evil cat people who feasted on these people who came to their island, taking off their energy. That all started when Morgan Moonscar came to their island and ruined their plantation. So they begged to the cat gods to give them strength. They killed, it's very dark for a Scooby-Doo movie. They killed Moonscar and they killed the Confederates and they killed a bunch of tourists that we see, and we see that. And eventually, Scooby and Shaggy saved the day. No, I'm not kidding. They saved the day because Fred, Velma, Daphne, and Bo are tied up due to voodoo dolls of them, which are established earlier on. So Scooby and Shaggy come to the rescue. They save the day, and then because this took so much time, they weren't able to get their ritual done by time, and they melt. The cat people melt and everything, and everything's hunky dory. They leave and all that. Pretty decent movie. There are some things, just a few things that I'm gonna poke at here. There's a lot of good. Just a couple things. Okay, so they make a statement that the cat people have been taking people to that island for years. Centuries, maybe even decades at least. But then there's one problem with this. Snake bite Scruggs. He's been around for I don't know how long, trying to catch Big Mona. He almost succeeds twice in this film at least, but both times Scooby messes it up. What's his part in all this? He's not a cat person. He's not even aware of anything that's going on here. So why hasn't he been taken to be, sapped of energy? Why? How come he didn't know even? I think he knew of the disappearances, but other than that, there's nothing to indicate that he had any part of anything. And it's just kind of weird how he was kind of unknowing of what's going on. If he knew there was disappearances, why is he still showing up? Is Big Mona worth dying for or disappearing? You know what I mean? Also, I noticed this watch through, they play the Scooby likes to chase cats game like 3 or 4 times in this film. Every time he sees a cat, he chases after it, which this is the first time I remember ever seeing it happen. I've never seen him do it again before or since. I don't get the whole cats thing. Even at this thing, he doesn't chase the cats, rats, and chase after them. They pretty much ignore most stuff in this one. We'll get to that. But I'm just saying, it seemed like they needed filler for this movie to reach its... How much? 77 minutes. 77 minutes and you still needed filler? There's a lot of rats and chasing after the cats, coincidentally, which led them to finding something. I feel like maybe they could have had less of that. But these are just nitpicks. This movie is awesome. It's the best Scooby-Doo movie, counting the live-action ones. It's the best one, by far. It's been in conversation where people ask, what's your favorite Scooby-Doo movie? 9 times out of 10, people pick this one. So I cannot give it any more of a score than a 10 out of 10. It's its perfection. Oh, by the way, the second song, that's the one. I mentioned the first song. And when the zombies start showing up, we get the song. The best song in this. And it's terror time again. They've got you running through the night. It's terror time again. And you just might die of fright. It's a terrifying time. Yes, the best song in here. Just a 10 out of 10 for me. I love this film. And then we're going to get into the new one because I have a lot of stuff to say about this film. So, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to see that. Thank you for watching. I've been Scotty. See you in the next one.